Every frontal girly is on this table. Trust me, your hair is thinning out, your edges are receding in capital letter. Hi girls, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my page, you are most welcome. My name is Naya and I create content tailored to natural hair. A little bit about my lifestyle, a little bit about fashion, a little bit about faith, but we are expanding soon in general, and if that's your vibe, subscribe to this channel, okay, so you do not miss out. So if you find yourself making any of these hairstyles, I'm sorry to break it to you, you are ruining your edges. Trust me, protective styles, like the name implies, are intended to protect your hair. But then if they are being installed too tightly or they are worn for too long, they can cause traction alopecia. Trust me, you don't want to be on that table. Traction alopecia is a form of hair loss and is characterized by thinning and receding of your edges. And do you want to know the primary culprit? It is constantly putting high tension on delicate hair around your hairline. So I'll mention a few of these protective styles and how they are ruining your edges. I've put them into categories, and for my first category, I have high tension braids and twists. And on this category, the first on my list is micro twist. I knew when micro twist trended. I didn't do that hairstyle. Like, it looked like something that you find difficult to loosen. And most people that make micro twists end up wearing it for too long. That is causing extra tension on the delicate hair around your hairline. Micro twist, 1 million braids. The fact that you're adding extension to the hair is just like, what? What? So these are high tension. The next on my list is small boxed braids. You see, box braids. I've had beef with box braids since the inception. Trust me. The fact that the extension is being installed in the beginning, right at the root of your hair, and then being plaited down, is not for me. Okay, the fact that it even causes pain for like 3 days and then it subsides. That is if your hairdresser is careful and is not gripping your hair tightly. Because if you find yourself making box braid and making it small and also adding enough length to it while adding more volume, trust me, there are days where or you find yourself dragging your hair, like you find yourself like in competition as though like your hair is more than it's supposed to be, and you find yourself dragging your hair, especially when you put it in ponytail. Nah. No way. The next on my list is heavy faux locks. When looking at it, I'm seeing that this is heavy, and then you install it on your head. Not only that, you ask your braider or your hairstylist to make it fuller because you just love volume. And to crown it all, it's longer. Trust me, your edges are thinning out. If you don't know it now, you will know it later. These things are constantly pulling on the delicate hair around your edges, causing your edges to thin out. Okay, the next on my list is tight cornrows. Cornrows are not supposed to be tight, for what is worth. Cornrows are not supposed to be tight just because it's a base for wigs and a base for sew-in waves. So why is it even tight? I usually do my cornrows myself. Like, I find myself doing my cornrows and I'm happy that I can do it. So like, it's not even going to pain me while I'm done. Cornrows are not supposed to be tight. You can tell yourself, or you can console yourself with the fact that, oh, when it's tight, it's going to last longer. Why are you giving yourself like unnecessary headache, unnecessary pain? Why? Huh? I forgot to add my microphone, and when I even got it, I thought I have already started recording, and I'm pissed off right now. Anyways, let's get back to what we are saying. I said the next category on my list is weaves and wig. Every frontal girly is on this table. Trust me, your hair is thinning out, your edges are receding in capital letter. I know some of you know this. Like, I know some of you know this, but you rather do the official way than take care of your natural hair. But really, to what end? And then later on, you find yourself cutting your hair because you've done a lot of damage to it. Bonding glue, spray glue, this glue, just on this your edges, the most delicate part of your hair. Opt for HD laces. How about that? Opt for glueless wig. Those ones are beautiful. They come in beautiful shades, styles. You know, the next on this category is tight sew-in weaves. Both you and your hairdresser, you guys need to be cuffed. Because tell me why, like, okay, let's track back. Probably like the cornrow was tight, and now she's doing a she's sewing in and she's making it tighter. Like, do you want to kill me? Let me tell you, the fact that it's tight doesn't mean that it will last longer. You're just causing yourself unnecessary pain, unnecessary headache. For every cause, there's an effect. Like, even if the cornrows are not even tight, you see that sewing and she's pulling with the thread, she's making it tighter. No, it shouldn't be happening. It will cause you bumps around, like, it shouldn't be happening. It could even be pulling your hair as well at the back. Ah, no, no, no. That's unhealthy. So it's also good to maintain your hair when you wear wigs. It's very good. Don't just abandon your hair because you feel like you are in a state where you don't need to take care of your hair. Moisturize your cornrow, moisturize your hair, and you'll notice that when you moisturize your hair, you're not only taking care of your hair, but you're also increasing its growth potential. Okay. So after the third category I have is so my clean girl aesthetic kind of girls, please come closer. Okay, so the fact that you are wrapping your hair wet and you're doing it in a non-fabric coated hair bands, nah, G, you're doing it wrong. Okay, and notice that when you're even tying your hair, you tie the first one, tie the second one, tie the fourth one. What did your hair do to you? And then when you take out the hairband that you use, you will see snaps, like your hair wrapped over the band. Those are snaps that occurred. Okay, those are snaps that occurred possibly because like you went too hard, on your hair. You No, it shouldn't be happening. Okay. Right in this category, I also have the sleek ponytail with gel. So constantly introducing gel, like heavy alcohol based gel on your hair and had brushing your hair. Ah, my sister, you don't want to be doing that to yourself. You don't. We call it packing gel here in Nigeria. So packing gel, in as much as it's a beautiful style, I think there are ways that you can go about it instead of adding like the first coating gel, the second coating gel, spray gel, this gel, that gel, all at once on your hair. Did your hair ever do anything wrong to you? And if you find yourself doing these styles just because like it suits you, there are ways to go about it in a way that it doesn't damage your hair. Instead of going for alcohol based gel, go for eco styling gel, use soft brushes. It's not all of them that you will have to use gel on. Okay. So the next category is over manipulation and maintenance error. And in this category, you find long-term wear. So for my braid girlies and my sew-in weave girlies, you have no business with keeping your hair past 8 weeks. You have zero business doing that. You should, like, 6 weeks is already like too much. The highest you should go is 8 weeks. 8 weeks, and that is it. If you're doing more than 8 weeks, let me tell you what's even going to happen. Okay, first of all, your hair becomes weak and it becomes matted, making the taking down process a lot difficult, and you are going to lose so much hair. I saw this trend where people will say, "Oh, I braided my hair and I carried it for 20 weeks." Are you carrying a child? you carried you carried your cornrows for 20 weeks. Why? Why? Why would you do that? So yeah, it's no, you shouldn't be doing that. These will ruin your edges. The next one I have on that list is not even moisturizing your hair. Tell me why you don't moisturize when you're on braids, you don't moisturize when you're on wigs. For what good reason? What moisturizing does is that it maintains your hair. It adds the nutrient that your hair needs. It makes your hair healthy and then gives room for your hair to grow. So if you're not maintaining your hair, what then are you doing? The next one I have is using harsh brushes. I used to be a victim of that, using harsh brushes. I use hard Bristol brushes. I use hard plastic brushes towards gain. My mom was the one that corrected me and was like, no, you don't use such hard brushes on your hair. This is pulling your hair so bad that you don't even know. So those kind of brushes, no. And then when you use it here now, hard brushing as well, girl. Mm-mm. What are the early signs to know that this is causing your hair damage? Number one, you're experiencing pain after you've installed your hair. Number two is you experience red inflamed bumps around your hair. Number three is you're having headaches. So these are the early signs that ruin your edges. Okay. So what are the things that you should do differently so that your edges won't be ruined? Okay. The first one is opt for knotless when you're doing braids. I feel that knotless is the best thing that ever happened to braids since the history of braids because girl, tell me how you're feeling relieved immediately after you're done doing your hair that same day. Okay, knotless is the best, and I'm not talking about tiny knotless. I'm talking about medium sized to large. There is a kind of small that you should do, just in case you want to do tiny braids, right? Tell your braider to section your hair, that is at the root, section your hair in medium size and then make the braids tiny, or in small size and make the braids tiny. Then you can add coils to it just to finesse it a bit. I do this and I did it in my last hair. um I put out a video where I said style your hair in 30 minutes. So I did that for that braids actually. So if you just want to have tinier braids, the section should be small. Okay. um Opt for knotless, opt for glueless wigs, opt for HD laces. They are the best. The next is use softer brushes. Okay. The next on my list is moisturize your hair regularly, as often as you should. So that's that about today's video. Do not let any of these protective style ruin your edges. You have that power. Okay. So you might ask, okay, that means like they are boring hairstyles to do. No, they are not. There are a lot of beautiful, beautiful hairstyles you can try as a natural hair girly and also as a relaxed hair girly. And also there are ways to go about these things. And if you notice, what I mentioned is that it's just high tension. They are too tight. You wear them for too long. Okay. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video so far, like this video, comment on it, share it with your friends as well, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Okay, don't forget to check out my other videos in this channel. Remember, if this is your first time, do well to subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in subsequent videos. Don't forget, stay blessed and stay winning. Bye.